are experts. Forgive me, I forgot. Expert number 1, why don't you tell us your name and a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Leslie, and I have a nail salon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you should come get your nails done.
Excellent. All right, Leslie and nails. Fantastic. Expert number 2, your name and a little bit about yourself.
Sure thing. I'm Cecil Van Dorn, and I sell my Van Dorn line of appliances, specifically kitchen appliances.
Kitchen appliances, fantastic. And expert number 3, your name and a little bit about yourself.
I'm Le Carré. I'm a spy.
Impressive that you're willing to admit that in public. Expert number 4, your name and a little bit about yourself.
My name's Bro, with 2 O's. I live in San Diego. I live in the water. Not really. And I love to shred. Shred some waves.
Fantastic. All right. Does anybody, now all of our experts will answer all of the questions we have, so you don't have to worry about targeting a specific expert with your questions, because they are all experts on everything. I don't know if you can tell. They in fact are. Does anyone have a question they would like help with? I see one here. Yes, what is your question?
What's the best way to spend a rainy Tucson day?
Oh, excellent. Experts, we're going to ponder the question. What is the best way to spend a rainy Tucson day? Leslie, why don't you start?
Oh, yes. So you should come and get your nails done. Yeah. It would be a really good pastime.
Is there a particular color that goes well with a rainy day?
Goodness, well, look at your hair. You know what? Rainbow colors. Just a different color on each finger.
That's good for those of us who are have trouble deciding on just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Thank you, Leslie. Cecil, what's good on a rainy day in Tucson?
So for a rainy day in Tucson, what you really want to do is get in the kitchen and you want to make some cinnamon buns. And the way you want to make those cinnamon buns is with the Van Dorn mixer and the Van Dorn mini microwave.
It's a rainy day in a can right there. Absolutely.
It is.
Le Carré, what's good on a rainy day in Tucson?
Undercover.
Okay, go ahead. So, is there a particular place that's best for a dead drop on a rainy day in Tucson?
Absolutely. The best place for a dead drop is a funeral home.
Okay. Wouldn't have seen that one coming in a million years. Bro!
Yeah.
What's good on a rainy day, man?
Well, I don't know, because I'm not used to the rain. But if I could, I'd ride my board on the little raindrops, if you know what I'm saying. That's not possible, so I don't know. Maybe eat some food or something.
There you go. I like that you're willing to adjust to whatever life throws at you. You know, you're just ready to
like
roll
a wave, dude.
Yeah. Nice. Does anybody else have a question they need help with or some advice? Yes, what's your question?
I'm having trouble getting my gingerbread house to stick together.
Oh, okay.
How would they recommend that I get it to,
Sure. Okay, so we're having trouble getting a gingerbread house to stay together. Cecil, what would you recommend for the adherence of a gingerbread house?
Well, for your gingerbread house, what you really want to do is dip that into the Van Dorn deep fryer. And that would seal all the edges of your gingerbread house and give it a nice coat of grease.
Excellent. Probably easier to apply the cookie and candy coating after that.
Of course,
with the coating of
absolutely.
Van Dorn grease.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
And it's not Van Dorn grease.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me. It's just
the Van Dorn
Van Dorn deep fryer. I apologize. I have two. Le Carré, how would you suggest keeping a gingerbread house together?
Add blood and a little bit of poison.
It's very Hansel and Gretel. I see no flaw in your plan. Bro, what would you suggest for someone whose gingerbread house keeps falling apart?
Elmer's glue, obviously. I mean, unless you want to eat it, I wouldn't do Elmer's glue. If it's just for looks, Elmer's glue's the way to go, Rosita.
Thank you, bro. Leslie.
Oh,
hi.
hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
I wonder if you know of a good way to keep a gingerbread house from falling apart.
You know, if you could just get some clear nail polish, and then just kind of move it along those edges. And just, you paint a little bit, and then you stick it together. It works.
Sure.
It works.
Seal it up like a cuticle.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. CJ, do we have any questions for our experts in the chat?
Do you roll cinnamon rolls clockwise or counterclockwise?
I love it. The audience has sensed a theme in our show this evening. So we're wondering, is the best way to roll a cinnamon roll clockwise or counterclockwise? Le Carré, how is your cinnamon roll rolled?
Well, this is a covert question. So you'd have to decide what the other side is doing before you roll.
Always roll the other way from your enemy. Okay. Bro, how about you? How do you like your cinnamon rolls? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Honestly, I'd just be making them. Like, there's no specific way to make your cinnamon rolls, dude. Just make them.
Yeah, just grab life by the cinnamon roll. I love it. Leslie.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi. Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah,
So cinnamon rolls, do you have a particular way you like to roll them? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Well, you know what? You just gotta follow your heart. But after you're done making the cinnamon rolls, you should come get your nails done.
Perfect way. And Cecil, how about you? How would you prefer your cinnamon rolls wound?
Well, I grew up counterclockwise on my cinnamon rolls, but since we've done some research, some R&D, we've developed the Van Dorn clockwise cinnamon roll spinner. And all you do is lay your cinnamon roll flat on the roller, press that button, and it rolls it clockwise. So clockwise is the answer.
Excellent. Clockwise. And a handy appliance for it can't be more than $49.95.
$49.95.
Fair enough. There it is. Exactly right. Do we have one final question for our experts? Has anybody got one last thing we didn't get? Oh, I see one here in the back. Yes, what's your question?
How do you get into frog racing?
How do you get into frog racing? This is exactly the panel of experts to answer such a question. We'd like to know, how do you get into frog racing? Let's start with Bro. Bro, frog racing, what's up?
Well, when I'm not shredding the gnarly waves, I love frog racing. And to answer your question, basically what you want to do is find two frogs, because one is not fun to race by himself. So you want two frogs, and you make some bets, and you give them a little shove, and yeah, that's how you frog race.
Excellent. Very straightforward and shades of parimutuel betting. Leslie.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. How you doing? How you doing? How would you go about getting into frog racing?
You know what? I don't know. Because it seems like if you were to frog race or do whatever you would do with the frogs, you might mess up your nails. So, I just don't know.
That would be a bit of a tragedy.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah,
It really would.
Absolutely. Cecil, how about you? How do you get into frog racing?
Well, frog racing is very interesting because I don't consider frog racing much of a sport, but I do consider it a delicacy. So, again, as with the gingerbread house, the Van Dorn deep fryer for $49.95 is great for frog legs. So, frog racing, no. Frog legs, deep fried, absolutely.
Of course. Le Carré, how would one get into frog racing?
You've got it all wrong.
Okay.
In the undercover business, frogs are French men who are undercover, and you just send some Russian spies after them, and boy, do they run.